Hello leaders. I'm particularly excited to spend a few minutes with you to discuss Nu Skin's revolutionary opportunity renewal process and to provide a recap of the amazing leadership conference executive session we had here in Provo last month. One of the words that you're hearing continuously is the word cycles. Predictable and defined cycles are a critical part of Nu Skin's opportunity renewal process. This creates a pattern for all leaders to use as a tool to build your Nu Skin business. This is what I call predictable momentum. I love this quote by Peter Drucker, one of the most respected business minds of the 21st century. The best way to predict the future is to create it. It is powerful because it defines innovative companies like Nu Skin that lead by creating, not by copying. I believe that the quote can be improved because I'm confident that truly the best way to predict the future is to know it ahead of time. Think about it. If you knew ahead of time what was going to happen, would it change your behavior, your actions, and your outlook? Absolutely. One of my favorite movies is Groundhog Day. I love the way that Phil Connors continued to improve his actions and outcomes as he relived the same day over and over and over again. Ultimately, he was flawless in his execution because he knew ahead of time exactly what was going to happen. To a degree, this is exactly how Nu Skin's business cycles work. They are predictable. The key to the Nu Skin business opportunity renewal process is to understand that it isn't any single event that is the focus. Rather, it is a sequence of activities and actions that can provide for a very rewarding outcome. What are the four key components of a business cycle? A predictable pattern of activity. First, preparation. The most important part of every business cycle is the action that occurs during the six months of the cycle. Second, participation. The role of every leader is to get maximum participation in every business cycle by helping more and more of your partners on your team to become Ruby executives and beyond and to qualify for an amazing success trip. Identify the leaders on your team who are ready to engage and build. Third, reward. Every business cycle includes a success trip and an LTO, both of which are very rewarding. Fourth and finally, recognition. We want every one of you to enjoy the journey with Nu Skin. We will do everything we can to celebrate your success with you. Every cycle includes a milestone event, whether that is a convention or a leadership conference, where you and your teams can be recognized by your peers for your success in this cycle. Now we're just 3 months away, 3 months from qualifying for the big one and the LTO for TR90, Nu Skin's amazing and innovative approach to healthy weight loss. Based upon our experience in Bermuda last week, I know that every one of you will want to join us in Hawaii as a reward for your hard work. Isn't it great that the trip to Hawaii will give each of us plenty of time to commit to the TR90 weight loss system and get our bodies Hawaii ready? This is truly a moment in time that is unprecedented in our 29-year history. One day you will look back at this moment and say that your lives were changed. The world recognizes that there is something magical about Nu Skin. What they don't understand is that the magic is you, our amazing partners.
Okay, well, Greg gave you a great understanding of what we're trying to do in weight management. And I thought I would put a scientific spin to the whole deal just to make sure that you understand where we're coming from. Because I think this is one of the most exciting product development projects that all the scientists have been involved with. And I think we've reached a point, we did cross the Rubicon on this one. And essentially, I think we have produced something that surprised even us in science because the first open label clinical study that we did showed us results that we have not seen before. So let me take you through this. And fundamentally, if we talk about weight management system, and Greg has alluded, in fact, more than alluded to the reality that in most diet systems, when you go through that program, although you get on a weight, on a scale, and you see that you've lost weight, but what you have actually lost is not just fat, but you lost muscle too. So for our intents and purposes, what we're trying to do with TR90 is to change that equation that what you are going to lose And what you are going to really not get back would be the fat. But we want to make sure that none of that weight is associated with muscle loss. So that's really the key with TR90. And again, I think there's a deliberate attempt on our part to make sure that we don't consider this to be just a weight loss program. It's really a body composition and weight management system. And it's not just about a single product. It's really the aggregation and the end result of the whole system that's producing this wonderful health benefit from the TR90 when you start using the TR90 system. So we're changing the equation, and fundamentally it's not just our word, that most of the diets that you've been using, or some of you may have tried, that they actually involve and have been associated with muscle loss. Many scientific studies have been conducted with such diets, and they've shown time and time again that when you lose the weight, when you step on the scale and you see weight loss, what you are seeing, close to 40% of that weight loss is associated with muscle. So that's really not a good thing, because when you lose the muscle, ultimately that explains why you experience what Greg has been telling you, that yo-yo phenomenon that happens. Invariably, right, when you get off a diet, what do you see at 12 months from now? There is a regain, or there's a gaining back of your weight. And these studies have shown it. And I also want you to make sure that when you look at this, the types of studies that have been conducted scientifically, another interesting point that have been lost in weight management is the fact that protein plays an absolute key role in weight management. That's the only way you can actually build muscle is through protein intake. Nothing else builds muscle. Carbohydrates, they don't build muscle. Fat clearly doesn't build muscle. It's only proteins. And again, it's something we're focused on in R&D to make sure that within this TR90 system, we have a protein shake, or to make sure that the system contains enough protein. And not just a matter of the amount of protein, it's how and when you take that protein that is also pretty key in making sure that you're a healthy weight loss or a weight management system. So, ageLOC TR90 is all about body composition then, and making sure that you maintain muscle. We, as I've mentioned time and time again, as you leave here today, remember, it's not just about losing weight, it's about losing fat. That's the only type of tissue in your body you would want to lose. What does that all translate to then? There are really just three simple end results, if you will, that we wish to get from TR90. The first thing that we want to make sure is that your basal metabolic rate, in other words, your metabolism increases with the use of TR90 system. We believe we have found a way, and we have developed one of the supplements to be able to improve your metabolic rate. Because when you have a higher basal metabolic rate, in other words, the resting rate, clearly I think you can appreciate that it will burn more calories. So that's an important key step in healthy weight management systems. The second one I've talked about is obviously preserving, at the very minimum, the lean muscle that you have. Because any loss in muscle translates to a decrease actually in the basal metabolic rate as well. So that's an important second component of the TR90 system. And then finally, the third one, and this is where another organ kicks in when you want to talk about healthy weight management system, and that's your brain. Because we now know from many studies now by other scientists and studies that have been conducted in terms of how people can preserve a healthy weight, is that if you don't somehow teach your brain that you are full and you are satisfied with what you have eaten, invariably that will lead to you eating more. So for all intents and purposes, when you think about it along those lines, then you would conceptually arrive at a point where you would conclude that the brain is absolutely important. If we don't have an ability or have some component of the TR90 system, helping you to control your appetite and helping you to have a sense of satiety, I don't think we will be able to achieve the results that we hope in TR90. So those are the three things. It's pretty exciting, the TR90 system, because it's such a breakthrough for the scientists to be able to use our ageLOC science, couple that with clinical studies, and be able to choose natural ingredients that can go and comprise these supplements. Plus, with its new insights that we have developed related to protein and how and when you should be eating those proteins, this TR90 system is the best that we have ever produced here in Nu Skin. So you're all going to look good.
So now that you've heard all the exciting things about TR90, you're ready to take advantage of the business cycles, I'm here to talk to you about how you can participate in the limited time offer. As an executive, if you maintain your title, you're already qualified to receive 10 exclusive codes. If you're gold or higher and you maintain, you get 20 codes. Now, for every new executive that you create by the end of September, they will also get 10 of these codes. So you can use these codes yourself. You can pass them out to all of those who you've already committed and are working on committing to purchase TR90 in October. Each code gets you access into the LTO website. On October 8th, we'll be emailing these codes to you. Keep an eye out for this. If you don't get the email, make sure you contact your account manager. Then you have until the 15th to get these codes distributed. You're going to want to get your team ready now. You want them set up, ready to go right at 10 a.m. Mountain Time on the 15th, because we're going to sell out fast. Now, if this incentive of getting your hands on the product isn't already good enough, we're taking it a step further and giving you even more. If you have 10 kits purchased within your circle group, we're going to give you an iPad mini for free. That's right, and if you have 20 kits within your circle group, you're going to get 2 iPad minis and a Withing scale for free. Now, let's get into a few details on the ordering process and the steps you're going to take. This is going to be really big, and we at corporate have been preparing for this since last September. The entire ordering process has been reviewed and reworked, including utilizing Amazon Web Services and modeling our systems after theirs so that we can take more orders than ever in the history of Nu Skin. For day-to-day business, our orders, we have a system that goes real time and communicates with you while you're ordering. That's important for your day-to-day business. But for the LTO, we've changed the way that we're taking orders. The website can take 2,000 orders a minute and then pass them back into our system for payment. This is how Amazon orders are done. If you've ordered online with Amazon before, you'll notice you receive a confirmation email right after you place your order. Then another one when your order has been processed. Let me put this into context. Last year at China's regional LTO, they did $100 million in sales in a single day. They placed just under 400 orders a minute. Our system can do 2,000 in a minute. We are prepared for the rush that we're going to have in October. We're excited. I'm glad you guys are too. Remember, we only have 35,000 kits available. So we're going to sell out fast. You can do the math however you want. Just remember, we're going to sell out fast. Now I'm going to walk you through how simple the ordering process will be. You're going to come to Nu Skin USA. You'll see an ad, and it'll take you right into the LTO website. If you're there before, this is the LTO website, if you're there before 10 a.m. on the 15th, you'll see marketing information. Then at 10 a.m. Mountain, you'll be able to enter your exclusive access code. No one without a code will be able to get into the site, and each code can only be entered one time. So keep creating executives now so your team has even more codes available. This is also where you're going to come back to check your order status. You'll see it down there in the bottom corner. Next, once you put in your code, you're going to log into the website with your Nu Skin username and password. On the next screen, you tell us if you're ordering for yourself or for someone else. You'll see there's just a little toggle button right there. If you're ordering for yourself, the information that comes up is all in our system already. You don't need to re-put in your address and your email and any of your information because we have all of that. Double check your address and email. Make sure this is a valid email address. This is where we are going to be communicating with you. It's very important that you're getting these order status emails as the process goes. If you're ordering for someone else, you'll put their information in on this page. Next, you pick which package you want and your quantity, and then on the next slide, you review your order. If you don't have a payment stored in the system, you put in your payment on this slide, and you can use multiple payment types if you need to. There'll be a little checkbox that says multiple payment types, and that's it. It's that simple. You check out. You're going to receive emails from us at all the different statuses of your order. You can also come back, and there will be a screen on your website that shows any orders that you've placed under your login. So if you place orders on IDs under your login, you'll see this screen. Once you see an order number next to your reference number, you're going to know that the order is complete in our system. Here's the different statuses that you'll see at this point. Received, processed, meaning your credit card's been charged, update payment, we need a new form of payment, shipped, or canceled. All of those things will be available to you via email and on this screen. At that point, your order is done, and it will be shipped off to you, and we're ready to go.
I've got a lot of years of experience in the industry, and we've always looked for something that kind of fit everything together perfectly like this, and that you could depend. It isn't a one-time thing, that it's time after time, cycle after cycle. So knowing that there's always going to be a trip that we're working for has helped everybody to get exactly on the same page. Goals become really obvious for us. And the idea that this trip, the success trip in particular, is one where it's not just for the top 5 or the top 8 or 10 or 15. It's literally for anybody who qualifies. I've never seen that done before. And it's unbelievable because now you can go and qualify and then qualify again and then again. So you go through the cycles. So now we just get really, really clear coaching that, teaching that, and then it becomes part of our language every day.
I think with the success trip and LTO, we're playing in the United States market and simplify our businesses so much more. And with the success trip in the past 3 success trip, we just tell the team for each one of us to say, you'll get to the success trip. That's all we say to the team. And everybody set the goal and sit down with their sponsors, with their leaders, and get down, who are your 4 executives if you want to be on the success trip, and really get down to the details.
I am in charge of my own business now, and I'm going to treat this like a business. Then it'll start paying you like one. And what we've got our hands on, the world's going to know who we are in a very short amount of time. This little secret of Nu Skin and our market penetration in the U.S., we're about to tell everybody who we are. And y'all can be a part of that, or you can watch it happen and it'll blow right past you. So this is your wake-up call.
Think about the ones that are already executives. The only thing that we need to find is 4 people like you, so in that way we can be in Hawaii. But the best thing is, don't think about if you yourself are going to be in Hawaii. Think about to bring 4 people to Hawaii. So think about looking for 4 people that they really want to be in Hawaii and they really, really want to be Ruby leaders. So think about to be Ruby 4-star.
People talking about, I'm confused. Do I promote the success trips? Do I promote the leadership summit? Or do I promote the LTO? What do I promote? We say just tell people to come to success trip. Because it's easy, right? Hawaii for free. You heard Pat. Right. So that's what we talk about is Hawaii for free. Come. Don't just come here. How many people are you bringing to Hawaii? And so that's how we work with people, and we find out how many executives they have and how many they need to get there. So it's a growth pattern. And so what happens is, people think about Hawaii, and if they qualify for Hawaii, guess what? Every time they create a new Ruby, they have 5 more new executives. So that's 5 more new executives for LTO. If they have 20 new executives, if everyone buys 10 sets each, you can do the calculations.
I'm telling you right now is what you guys created with these success trips that are happening now, not the Ruby and the Blue Diamond, but the success trips today. They're brilliant. Brilliant. Do you want to go plan for the next part of your life and create your dream together in Bermuda? Life is about your life. I mean, it's what we're building. It's your life. You can't leave the kids out of it. You can't leave the dreams of them out of it. I think it's brilliant. So we're going to the next one. The next one is my birthday.
There we go.
So we're going to have a birthday party in Hawaii.
Fabulous.
So when you can create a vision, a common vision for the whole team, so now it becomes something that we can all work together, something that we can look forward to each day. So it's not about just the Hawaii trip or the Bermuda trip, but it's the freedom that we can have after we built our Nu Skin business. So every day we go out there and we work really, really hard. So every day our team stay in touch. We remind each other what we can have with the Nu Skin opportunity. So Bermuda is just a short-term goal. Hawaii is just a short-term goal, but the long-term goal is to retire hundreds of families across the United States and the world.
As you've just heard in this video, now is the time. I hope you can see why hesitancy cannot be part of our vocabulary. Now is the time to take action. A sense of urgency is the best description of what is going on around the world of Nu Skin. Now is the time to prepare, participate, and benefit from Nu Skin's opportunity renewal process. Now is the time to get yourself and your team members qualified for our Hawaii success trip in February. I look forward to seeing you in October at Nu Skin's Create History Convention in Salt Lake City. See you there.